Alright, so today, I don't know why it took me so long to make this video. I watched it when it came out, and I've just been sitting on this for some reason. But the new Superman movie is fucking hype! It's really good. You should watch it. We're going to talk about the good, the not so good, and the. Yeah, that's about it. We're just talking about the movie. It was good. I think there's not much to say about it after that, but we'll get into it. Sorry, my puppers came in. So, let's just start with what I really liked. I think I'm just gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it a buck 50. I never liked the Snyder verse anything really. I mean, Aquaman and Wonder Woman was good. That's about all I really liked. I never actually watched Shazam. I was hyped for Flash for like a minute, but I never actually went to watch. Sorry, hello. Sorry, my cat's loud sometimes. But yeah, I never actually went to watch it. And then I figured out it was a good movie anyway. But I will say the main thing I didn't like is just their lack of wanting to be Superman. They just weren't trying to make a Superman movie. They're wanting to make a fucking. I don't know what they were really trying to do. Like, maybe if it was Batman, this approach would have been okay, but they fucked up Batman as well. Like, not killing is a big part of Batman. And you had this Batman just not give a fuck about that shit. And don't get me wrong, you could try and make it work, but they didn't. They didn't do nothing interesting when they did that. They just said, oh, let's make Batman kill. But, like, not actually do anything with it. Like, never really go into why he kills, never really explore this character change, just make the change. Same with Superman. He is super fucking dramatic and depressing. And that's kind of the opposite of what Superman is. He's a very light-hearted character. He's the one who's picking up the spirits usually. He's supposed to be inspirational. He's supposed to be exactly what you'd want a man to be. And yeah, now Zack Snyder's kind of just a fucking loser. I never liked the guy. Like, he just doesn't come off as a person you'd want to be around. Or someone you'd really respect either. Does that make sense? Like, I just don't see him as a good Superman. No shade to the actor. Sorry about the cat. No shade to the actor. The actor's great. And he looks like Superman. Like, he built for this job. He's sadly, the director was not good. Keep Snyder away from any superhero movie at this point. I don't care. I don't want him touching these shits anymore. He just doesn't care about the characters. It's fine if it's his own movie or if the thing he's adapting is something he actually cares about, but he clearly did not give a fuck. But that is not something I could say about the new movie. I think Superman feels and acts like Superman. Oh my god. It's almost as if that's exactly what we fucking wanted. He's very compassionate. He's very caring. He's strong. He's amazing. I think this guy is someone I'd want to hang out with. He's very respectable. He's visually the strongest. I know a lot of people were talking about how he gets his ass kicked in this movie. And he does. And yet somehow he still feels like the strongest guy in the movie. Like, he doesn't really lose any fight against somebody weaker than him. Even when he's, like, weakened by kryptonite, he's still kicking ass. In all honesty, he's also visually, at least in my opinion, was one of the most impressive on-screen Superman. Maybe his feats don't support that, but damn, it sure feels it to me. I think that's probably just the scope of the movie. You know, it's a Superman movie. It has to have a big scope. I do understand what they were going for in Man of Steel. In all honesty, Man of Steel probably is the best Snyder movie. But it's still mischaracterized Superman. It's a fine take. This one just feels like they took the comic book character and put him on screen, which is something you very solemnly see. Like, even Marvel is guilty of completely bastardizing their characters, for better or worse. For Iron Man, I actually think it's better. For Spider-Man, they kind of fucking zoinked the fuck out of the MCU Spider-Man. I did not... Don't hate, but I don't know. MCU Spider-Man was never my favorite. I'm gonna throw some shade here and there. But I'm glad to say that this Superman is what I'd expect from a Superman. Now, there are some problems with the movie. I think the story, the characters, and the visuals are all really good. There's nothing wrong with any of that. The problems come in actually elsewhere. So, first of all, I feel like a lot of wasted opportunities in this movie. And I feel like there were so many moments when Superman was getting his ass beat. And I was like, why didn't you just use your frost breath? Spoiler alert, he doesn't use frost breath once in this movie. One of his best abilities fucking never seen in the movie. So, it's not that bad. You can enjoy my boy Superman without frost breath, but it's such a good ability, and there were so many moments he could just used it to kind of win, or at least get him out of a sticky situation, and he never uses it once. Shit. There are some moments where he uses heat vision for that, and he didn't. I'm gonna be real legit. He just sometimes comes off as incompetent. And this is supposed to be early in his career. But when I know, I shouldn't be in the audience thinking, why not just do this? He should be able to do his job better than I can. Now, this isn't an issue in his 2 fights at the end of the movie, because he actually really kicks ass. And again, the movie does a good job of showing you that he is the strongest character there. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was really hyped for a fight between the Engineer and Mr. Terrific. It seemed like the perfect matchup, right? The 2 tech characters. I thought it'd actually be really interesting. Mr. Terrific got one shot and then just fucked off. He didn't actually fight. Instead, Superman kind of just nearly gets suffocated by her nanobots and then one-shots her. Which isn't bad. It's not necessarily good. But could be worse. Alright, I got really interrupted there. It took a minute. I'm going to repeat myself a little bit here, probably. But it's kind of disappointing we never got that fight between Mr. Terrific and Engineer, because Mr. Terrific does nothing in this movie. Or he's the most engaged character that isn't Superman or Lois. And yet he doesn't do much. I mean, he helped save the day. You know, he's one of the most useful characters, you know, outside of the main characters. But he's still not like. But, like, none of the Justice Gang really feel that important after. Like, at all, really. I mean, they're important, don't get me wrong. But they don't do much. I mean, they still save the day and help Superman, but they just are in, like, yeah, they just could have done more. I feel like, why introduce these characters if you're not gonna do more with them? I get it's a Superman movie, but it just feels weird having the Justice Gang and not use them more, you know? I will also say it's kind of weird seeing a group like the Justice Gang before the Justice League. I mean, it doesn't really hurt nothing continuity wise, I'm sure, but just the Justice League was the first like big superhero thing in comics, like superhero team up. Kind of weird for a group of superheroes before the Justice League, especially with a very similar name, being Justice Gang instead of Justice League. Also, I'm pretty sure this group had a different name in the comics, but I don't fucking remember off the top of my head. So let's get to it. By the way, I'm sorry if I cursed. I think I said that word way too many times in this video. I'm just trying to get used to not saying it. I say it a lot on accident right now. I'm trying to get better about that. But yeah, it's kind of weird that we don't get more of these characters. Superman. Yeah, I don't really think there's any much more to say, though. I think, aside from Superman not using his powers to their fullest, it feels like, at least to me, like it always feels like he's either holding back or weakened by something, like kryptonite or something. He's never, like, at 100% in this movie, by the feel of it. Or when he is at 100%, he feels like he's holding back. I did like what they did with Ultraman. Having him just be an evil clone of Superman works a lot better. At least for this continuity. I doubt we're gonna get an Owlman or any of the other characters from the what is it called? Something. Crime something. Crime Syndicate? Is that what it is? I don't know. Whatever the evil Justice League is called in their universe. I doubt we're ever going to see them in a cinematic setting, but you never know. I'm sorry about the cat, by the way. They're kind of, it's their time of month, you know, they're in heat. But yeah, I think there's not much to say about the movie. I think it was done very well. I think all the characters were amazing. Oh, I will make one more complaint. Jimmy Olsen doesn't really do much. In fact, he's probably the least utilized character in this movie. I mean, like, you know, he's supposed to be Superman's, like, best friend, and yet, you know, he doesn't do anything in the movie to really, you know, like, be in the movie. And you can't really tell him and Superman are best friends because they don't really talk in this movie. It more seems like him and Lois are best friends because they're the only two that he only really interacts with Lois. He talks to Superman, like, Clark Kent once, and that's it. But yeah, that's about it for this video. See ya. I should have another video. My cat's destroyed my laptop, so any gameplay videos I have recorded, I am not trying to edit on my phone. I actually want the editing to be good. For this video, so this will probably come out first, but this video, I can record on my phone pretty easy because it's just me talking. But yeah, we'll try to get the other one uploaded soon. I actually have the thumbnail almost finished. I just need to finish touching it up on my computer. I'm going to try to get better about thumbnails and editing. Because I know it looks really lazy so far because I just haven't had the time. Working in college is a bitch, and I did have that. I've just been so busy. I was like, oh, in the summer I'll get everything done, but I've just been on this and that during the summer. But I'm going to try to be more consistent. I'm going to try to actually put some quality in my content and actually start talking more. Because I do got a lot to say. I just usually don't record it. I don't know. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. Hopefully my shit gets better soon. I'll upload this probably right now. It ain't gonna take me long to edit this. Probably take me an hour or so. So, see ya.